Michelle Rodriguez stars as a woman with a passion for protest and an impressive resume of sticking it to the man. Take a look.
When I was an animal activist, I used to think the strong prey on the weak. When I was an anarchist, I thought we could all be equal.
What about now?
I don't know. Just taking one long look at the enemy. What about you, Hotshot? It's got your panties all in a bunch.
My panties are in a bunch because I want to make sure that everything runs smoothly and nobody gets hurt.
Of course we're gonna get hurt. What do you think this is?
Pretty tough, aren't you?
Protests get me excited and depressed at the same time. I don't know what that makes me.
She's tough as nails and we love it. Please welcome Michelle Rodriguez. You got a little 80s going on too. I like it.
Thank you. How you doing? How are you?
You like the style? You like it? You fit right in our fashion show
you.
too.
Some rings?
Those are all the rings that don't fit me, but I still wanted and liked, so I put them on a pin on my
idea. Start a
You're wearing
trend.
the black leather jacket that you just described.
Fashion show just 3 minutes ago.
You're hot. You're with it. You're
Oh, thank you.
She actually is.
Yeah, this film is tough. I mean, it goes back to the 1999 protests in Seattle over economic globalization. And can you give us a little bit more insight into why it was so important to talk about this?
Well, you know, the intense aspect, I think, of today's contemporary day and age is that corporations basically rule our everyday. And what we don't realize is the power we have as consumers to rule their everyday. And, you know, I think that, you know, every now and then it's kind of good to check up on these big corporations that pretty much rule what happens in our day-to-day life. Especially in foreign countries where, you know, you don't know where your products are coming from sometimes.
This was in America.
Yes. The protests occurred in 1999 in Seattle, and it was against the World Trade Organization and some of the people involved in these World Trade talks. And what occurs in these World Trade talks is that basically a lot of corporate decisions are made on how legislature is going to occur in foreign countries as well as domestically. And these things, you know, they affect a lot of people. It affects
they said it. They got out there.
laborers. It affects the environment. It affects, you know, pollution. It affects a lot of things.
Didn't you get inspiration for your role from your dad? Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, tell us about that.
My dad was an independentista in Puerto Rico, and basically those are individuals, Puerto Ricans that wanted Puerto Rico to be independent. Yeah. We know that, some of us know that Puerto Rico is a commonwealth between the United States and the island itself. And he was one of those that believed in its independence, you know. He wanted, you know, the people to work and, you know, get up and do something, you know, and fend for themselves, which I agree with in many ways.
And you took that and applied it right into your role, because you did, in your
He was
characters.
really passionate about it, you know, growing up. I watched him, and I watched him talk, and I like it when people stand up for something and they believe in something strongly.
I heard that you grew up like Sherry, Jehovah's Witness. Is that true?
You grew up Jehovah's Witness. I share that with you, girl. I share that with you, girl.
Are you still a Jehovah's Witness?
No.
Neither is she.
You know,
I think to get you back.
I think it's important to come out of the fetus, you know?
Come out of the fetus.
Come out of the fetus, come out of the protective environment and immerse yourself in the world and just carry yourself with the, you know, the morals and the, you know, guidelines that you've learned from your parents or yourself, you know? You kind of have your own notch.
Your own
I don't like anybody to give me my lines not to cross. I'll learn on my own. Thank you very much.
Well, speaking of learning on your own, girl, you were one tough cookie. I just love that about you. But it's some stuff that you've been involved in. You had a fight with your roommate that ended up in an arrest. It was a DUI that you got arrested for. And I even saw you had a cute little ankle bracelet around your ankle for
And I also used to poo in my pants when I was a baby as well. There are a lot of things I don't do anymore.
It's just on you. How do you handle all that?
I don't pay attention, you know? It's kind of like high school. Hollywood is very much like high school, you know what I mean? If I sit there and I, you know, pay attention to, you know, what everybody thinks about me, I'll never grow. I'll just stay stuck on what they believe is true about me. And they only see 1% of my life. They don't know what I do every day, you know?
So
I don't see you often, but when I see you, I see less than 1% of your life because I'm watching you on Lost. You coming back? I heard a rumor. I have to ask because I love the show. So, yeah. So, is this rumor true? Are you coming back? Is it?
I might show up for an episode.
All right, I'll watch. I'll keep watching just to see.
Check it out.
Also, wanted to get to the fact that you got your first job. Somebody told me you were reading a newspaper, an actor's newspaper, and an audition was in there, and you thought,
Backstage.
oh, I'll go see what I can do. She went and beat out like 400 people for this gig.
This is girl fight.
Never had an acting lesson, just walked in and auditioned.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Natural.
And now you're just about did a James Cameron.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to audition for that. He
No,
just took
I
one look
didn't.
at you and said, she's my girl.
Well, you know, James had spoken to me about the whole situation, and he said, you know, he watches, you know.
Saw you in Lost and found you.
Yeah, it's interesting, but...
And now we found you. Thank you to Michelle Rodriguez. Battle in Seattle opens this